them up, wet them up, and watch them come, get them up, shut them up. When you do dirt, you get dirt. Bitch, I make your shit hurt and step back like I did work. This ain't no fucking game, you think I'm playing? Till you land, to where the junkyard to tan. Mom's at home praying, you're coming home, but you not. She's sitting up in the trunk, starting to rot. And hell is hot, though, because I'm here now, baby. It's going down, baby. Get the 4 pound.
Let's get started. The amazing producers. I'm here with the amazing producers of The Rise of Darkman X, Jonah Levine and DJ Superior. So is it Levine or Levine? I don't want to pronounce that wrong.
It's Levine, but you can also just call me Jay.
Jay. Okay, we're going to go with Jay.
Perfect.
Now, Jay and DJ Superior, tell us about The Rise of Darkman X and what does this experience entail?
So The Rise of Darkman X is a live show that incorporates unreleased footage and music of DMX from as early as '88 all the way up through his first album release, which was in about '98 or '99.
Wow, that's a long time.
All presented and captured originally and preserved and presented by this guy right here, DJ Superior.
You must have had the super VHS recorder back then going at it, okay?
Yes, we kept the cameras on.
You kept the cameras on.
And my grandma always told me to keep the preservatives in a jar.
Oh, okay. I can dig it. Like the pickles. Now, what inspired the beautiful tribute?
I would say that it was a collaborative effort between the two of us. It really came about because Superior was showing me a lot of the material that he had, and we had been discussing the best way that we could put it in front of people, whether it's licensing or doing a release. And we found out that doing something like this show would be the best way to preserve X, as well as put the word out about how X became X.
Okay. Now, what do you hope the audiences will take away from the experience?
Well, they should see a person who worked hard in the beginning, doing music, his passion for it, the hard work that went into doing it. Like I said, a lot of those records that y'all heard on Def Jam, a lot of those records me and him did already. Like Slippin', y'all heard it in 2000. We made that in 92, 91. Get At Me, Dog, those records. There was a lot of records that was done. There's a whole bunch more I'm not mentioning, but I can't remember all of them. But Money, Power, and Respect with the Locks, the Onyx joint that he did with them. We had those verses done already.
So, wait a minute. So the one that he did with Money, Power, Respect, he had that done already?
Yeah.
What?
Those are old, man.
That's crazy.
X told me, he said, ain't nothing old till the world hear it. So.
All right. That's one of my favorite verses. Do y'all have a favorite X verse?
It's too many.
Yeah, there's quite a few. I mean, one of my favorite unreleased X verses is the original Shut 'Em Down verse on the original beat that he did it on, which is an amazing track that has other features on it that other people have not been able to hear before.
Okay, and that's one of the things that you're going to be showing this weekend?
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Jonah or Jay, this is a different body of work for you. What did it mean for you to get involved with the project and give X the tribute that can make you proud as a producer?
It means a lot. It means more than I probably have words for, but I will say that being able to look at a lot of material and categorize it and organize it, which is something I'm not doing by myself. I also have a co-producer, Kevin McGill, who is a legend who knows all about all this footage. And I think for me and him being able to put it together and tell the story through the material while also having the person who was there who captured it be able to present it, that means a lot, because it means that it's not so easy to get lost in the weeds.
Facts. Now, DJ Superior, you are showcasing footage and content from the golden era of hip hop. Do you think this gives audiences more insight on the roughness getting into the industry opposed to how easy it is now?
Yep. It shows that back then we had to just keep working because he had a deal in 92 with Rough House Columbia, and that deal didn't work. You know what I'm saying? We had a song called Born Loser, and it really didn't work. So what we did, when we got dropped after the single, we went right back to the room, which I used to call the House of Hits in Moffett, 527, and we went right back to work and like doing songs.
Wow. So when you say you got dropped, what do you mean?
Well, they didn't put us out. We had a single deal. So it didn't come out. So
okay. Now you have GOG and Drag On that's going to be speaking at this event, or you're going to be talking more about the group. Why is Drag On's role so pivotal to the project?
Was Drag On was somebody X felt when he first met him, and there's footage of Drag before the world knew Drag. Mm-hmm. So I have footage on Drag too. Mm-hmm. You know? When X met Drag, he meant Drag like battling. Oh. That's how to those. It wasn't no, oh, hi, how you doing? It was bars versus bars. That's how he met X, you know? And the writers at the time, you know, brought them together, and the rest was history. Mm-hmm. So why Drag is part of this? Because X was close with him. You saw him in the movies that X did. He was close with him. And I wanted Drag to be a part of the project because all the stuff you've seen out there and everybody praising X and you didn't see Drag. Mm. So I'm just making sure Drag is a part of something that I'm doing because he was there.
Right. Something like Hidden Figures.
Yes. Plus GOG, now like Biggie Smalls had Junior Mafia, Cameron had Dipset, X had GOG, Gangsters of the Ghetto. It's just that when we got with the riders, you know, we went in that direction, they went in that direction, and GOG was just there. But there was a lot of young guys that their minds wasn't right. He pulled one of them in when he had did his deal with Bloodline Records. He pulled in Jinx, Big Jinx. But as far as everybody else, they was on the back burner. But now I brought like 3 of them to light to have on this event.
That's what's up. Now, so it's Drag On. Who else?
It's Big Jinx. It's a female named Jamila Mina. She really started doing poetry. But she's a rapper. She got a project out called The Misunderstanding of a Black Woman, something like that. You know? A Diary of a Misunderstood Black Woman. She's nice. And another artist named Sucker Free that has a tribute song out called I Apologize to DMX featuring me.
Wow. So you're gonna expound on that song and the reason that it was made at the event, correct? We don't want to give too much away.
Yeah. Well, I used to be on some of the songs with X. There's a lot of old songs that I'm on it with him. So.
And the GOG crew, as well as Drag On, will also be performing those nights as well. A few songs. So there will be a portion where they get to tell stories and watch footage of themselves they've never seen, as well as performance.
That's crazy work. So they ain't never seen the footage of themselves. So it's just going to be like a blast from no, that wasn't me, but it was me type situation.
Yeah.
Lord, did you? That's gonna kind of be like, what's that? Freaknik. They go, all right, okay. So did you get consent?
How I seen that. The girls on Freaknik.
Yeah.
They want to sue now. How you gonna sue? Who you suing? Nobody told you to take your clothes off.
Ooh, I was not there, by the way.
Oh, shit.
Now, over 200 hours of raw footage, and you caught many of the ups and downs of X. So all great material. I mean, this is a lifespan of a creative. And like you said, he is X, is nobody else before him or after him. What is one of the moments that stand out that touches you in a soft spot that makes you a little misty-eyed a little bit?
Was the day before they pulled the plug.
Mm-hmm.
I was in the hospital with him, and I wanted him to get up. You know, I was looking at him like, at first I'm thinking like, X is gonna get up. He's gonna get up. Because he had times where he fell out before. And then,
Mm-hmm.
so this time I didn't believe it. I thought he was gonna get up. I started whispering in his ear, like saying his rhymes to him, like, who's the master? Who's the Mac? I wanted him to jump up and like, what? Like, I wanted him to go crazy. But it didn't happen this time.
That's going to be hard to watch in front of a live audience.
Well, the thing is, I don't have that footage because I don't have no footage of him laying there. I could have got that, but the family would have been mad at me for that. So
Right.
even I was there with his uncle, me and his uncle went, but it just wasn't the time to do nothing like that. He was in
Right.
peace. I watched him come in the game, and I was watching him leave the game.
Mm-hmm.
He gave his all,
Right.
So, yeah.
Well, yeah, I think when I asked you before, do you think you honored him well? I think you summed it up just by saying what you just said. You watched him come in the game and you watched him leave the game. And that is
Yeah.
the biggest honor that you could have given him. You were there from day one. You're his day one.
Yeah. I stayed in the background on some things, and then some things I was out in the front. When he came, got me for the record label, I was there, Bloodline Records. When he needed me for DMX Behind the Music with VH1, I licensed some footage to them. When he needed me for Rough Rider Chronicles, I licensed some footage to them. He needed me for his book, Earl. Anybody who got the book, look inside. And the book says certain stuff from Superior. So I can put that together. Y'all can ask the writer, Smokey Fonte. He'll tell you that X said the book can't be done if you don't go see Superior. And we wasn't even talking at that time. Me and him, we fought like brothers all the time. So when Smokey came around, I was like, what? He said, yo, X said to come see you. And I was like, all right, whatever. And I just gave it to him. But I made sure that I'm going to do my book soon. And X was like, yeah, all right, whatever. Then I had my book called The Man That Walked the Dog. It's in all bookstores. And me and his face is on the cover with Boomer in the middle. So I stayed in his life no matter what anybody wanted to think, because I loved him.
Right. Right. I mean, a family is not going to be part of every single thing that go on in a person's life. So,
yeah, but not all families' blood.
Facts. You got that right. Now, blood could be worse. Now, Jay, when DJ Superior gave you the vision to bring the feature into a live audience, what were the things that you considered when piecing the biography together? Do you consider it a biography?
I would consider it a chronological biography that is, like I said, a combination of footage and stories. I would say that when we were discussing how we wanted to do it, the main thing is that we wanted to show X in the best way that we could while also being 100% honest. And that means sometimes you show videos of X doing the wrong thing, but it's 100% honest.
Facts.
And so it depends how you present it. If you present something and you say, hey, allegedly he stole this limo, it's very different than if you say, yeah, he used to steal shit all the time. Here's an example. So of course, depending on how we present it, it's going to come across either lighthearted or very serious. And in our case, it's all very endearing.
Okay. The art of storytelling. DJ Superior, you just spoke on the number of projects that you've done honoring X. What sets this project apart from the others that you've done?
It's something that keeps his name going. That's what I always wanted to do, just keep his name going. The state governor or whatever, they honored me and X with our own day. X got his own day in New York State, and so do I.
Wow.
DMX Day is the 18th of December, and DJ Superior's Day is the 19th of December. So I usually do events or do something honoring him those days. I just feel that when you're gone, people forget you.
Right.
You know, like Tupac. Tupac will always be remembered for the things that he did, and so would Biggie. So I feel X should be right there.
Facts.
And if they don't do it, the people close to him supposed to do it.
I agree. And you giving him his flowers. You never stopped giving him his flowers.
Nah.
Now you both spoke on two scenes from the show that you enjoyed, which was DMX allegedly in the stolen stretch limo and his beef with Snoop Dogg. What made those stand out to you?
Well, it's not real beef with Snoop Dogg because it was one-sided. Snoop is cooler than the other side of the pillow. You know what I'm saying? Snoop wasn't worried about that. It was just bars. It's a competition thing. You know, Snoop represents Doberman Pinscher. X represents Pitbull. Two dogs get along. But, you know, it was just some stuff like that. It wasn't serious. But X was spitting like, you know, New York, don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if I could, so I didn't want to curse. But, and then the other one you said, what's the other?
The limo shot, I'd say, is probably one of my favorites because you know how hard it is to finesse like that, especially today.
Right.
And for him to get him and his whole entire crew into a limo that allegedly was not his, I mean, you know, it doesn't really get much better than that to me.
Hey, we needed a ride home.
That was one heck of a ride because y'all had a whole studio session, right?
Yeah, we was in there rhyming, Harlem Nights, a group that Double R had called Harlem Nights, me and a young Swiss was in there.
Swiss Beats?
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, y'all.
Right.
Yeah, allegedly.
So you caught a lot of the studio sessions. Which one of the studio sessions are you airing out of the 200 hours of film work this weekend?
Well, a lot of the things that were recorded at the House of Hits, which was Superior's apartment, was captured on cassette and on VHS. So you can watch the VHS of X and others and Superior freestyling and get full quality audio from the cassette. So essentially, there are hours of music videos, of live performance music videos. And we'll be showing quite a few of them. I mean, I hate to give stuff away, but we'll be showing one of the original versions of Spellbound.
Well, the thing is, the only version y'all heard. So
right.
It's just, you know, the beef with K Solo and all that stuff that was going on Spellbound record. Like you're gonna see what built him to be who he was.
From the cradle to the grave. From the cradle to the grave.
Yeah.
That's crazy work. Now, how can participants? I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
No. What were you going to say?
I don't know if you saw that show that he was on. Remember that show he was on? He's talking to that lady that changes your life.
Ayana.
She was fussing with his. He said, "Mind your business, lady." Like she kept. X was like that in real life, you know. Something he did in Belly, he did it in real life, allegedly, you know. So, and you see, he didn't care. He was fussing with his son, and then he said, "Hey, I'll see you at my funeral," and that was it.
Wow, that's crazy work. I also saw footage of him on, I think, the Breakfast Club, where he was talking about how whack the MCs are that we revere now. So he really just didn't care about certain things, but you had to be very talented to tweak his interest. Would you say?
Yeah, because he didn't care. But like you just said, you brought up a good point. If he was talented, like you. Because he said J. Cole, he was feeling J. Cole.
Right.
He said J. Cole, yeah, he was feeling J. Cole. It's just when you mentioned Drake, he was like, I don't like nothing about Drake. I don't like the way he walks, talks. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Then they asked him about Rick Ross. And he said, I forgot it. He said he talks about food too much. I forgot what he said, but
he said that.
yeah, X just didn't care for him.
So with this body of work, you're presenting it starting which day, running until when?
The 11th, the 12th, and the 13th of July. So it starts in about 2 days from now. And we do plan to bring it to other cities on the East Coast, as well as the Midwest and overseas, which was a lot of places that X wasn't able to go since he didn't have a passport.
Mm.
I'm just trying to, I told him I got him. On his deathbed, I told him I got him. I said, I'll try to help you with the kids too. But I said, damn, you got a lot of kids. But, you know, I'm just trying to do my part. That's all. Big shout out to his, if you don't mind, can I give a shout out?
Absolutely. You could have cursed too.
Oh, I didn't know that. All right.
Sweet.
Big shout out to everybody out there who had something to do with my God getting to the next level in life. You know, I wear one of the dog chains to honor him still. It's no disrespect to nobody, but if you look at DMX's career on Def Jam, look at it as a Bentley. Now look at what me and him did back in the days, as we still had that same Bentley, but with the engine.
Mm.
If he didn't have the engine, yeah, I wouldn't have that Bentley. Did that make sense?
Yes.
Because y'all could have a shiny Bentley with no engine in it.
Facts.
So me and X was the engine, I was the oil, he was the transmission oil. So, like I said, I'm not knocking nobody because he helped a lot of people. A lot of people benefited off of him.
Mm.
And I sat back because I didn't like certain stuff, so I just stayed out of it. You know, but me and him got to talk at the end. He told me some things, and I'm glad that I'm able to bring this to the world.
Right.
Shout out to his first wife. You know, probably we ain't seeing eye to eye right now because she don't understand or whatever. I don't know. All I'm saying, big shout out to you, baby girl, because you was there in the beginning. I'm giving you your props. Because she was there when we was going through everything. X used to steal cars and bring it home like it was his. And there's times, here's a funny story. He stole the car from this guy one time.
Allegedly.
Ain't no allegedly. Stole it. He came home with it and took his girl food shopping. They went shopping with the baby in the seat and everything. I'm looking at this guy like, this car ain't yours. He said, who knows that? Only you and me.
Oh.
And no lie, John, I didn't even tell you this. When he came home, they were waiting.
No way.
Who was waiting?
The people he stole the car from.
Lord, I know you lying.
They started shooting at him.
Boy.
Tashira, no. They can ask his wife, his first wife. She grabbed the kid and she ran. They were shooting at him.
He was a handful, boy.
He get the groceries in the house. Like, get the groceries.
I can't take it. You running for your life. You want the groceries. Leave the groceries and go.
It was a sport for him. He just liked to see what he could get away with. That's all.
It must have been an honor to watch him overcome all of those things.
Yeah. Well, he didn't. When he got on, he was still robbing people.
Hot dog. He was off the chain. Say la vie. Such is life.
He said, hey, you like my music? I'm keeping it real with you.
A menace. But
the release party, here's another jewel for your show only because I have to give you some stuff because last time it messed up. So I want you to have some other stuff. There was a time, his release party for his first album. There was people coming there that he robbed.
Oh.
And they came to buy a CD. And I could not believe it. I was looking at him like, didn't we just rob this dude the other day?
Oh man. Allegedly.
They was like, nah, they bought the CD. They said, yo, he's real. I know.
What? That's crazy work.
But the town wanted him to win. So
right.
Some people understood what he was going through. Y'all forgot he had a bad drug problem. He told y'all slipping. So sometimes he was feeding that drug.
Right.
You know, the daytime he was regular, nighttime he was somebody else.
He was on demon time.
Yeah. The daytime he might have, he wasn't really wearing hats. He had a bald head. But at nighttime he was like this.
Man. Ski mask. So with that, and I'm glad you touched on that again about the addiction part. I know this will inspire the creatives. It has to. You have to lean on something where somebody's coming from where you're from and that made it. But with him going through his dark points, how you think it'll motivate, I don't know if addiction or addict was a good word to use, but someone who's just battling their own demons right now.
Well, the thing is, I always believed in him, so I didn't care about that. I didn't judge him. He never robbed from me.
Right.
I used to drop money on the floor just to see he'll pick it up.
Right.
He didn't pick it up. He looked at me like, what is this, a mousetrap? Like, he would say some stuff like that. But most of the guys that had drug problems are talented. Look at O Dirty Bastard from Wu-Tang.
Right.
O Dirty was talented. No matter what he was doing, he was talented.
Facts.
So a lot of times that's all they have. The music is all he had. Because even though he had some family that had love for him, there was probably some family. I'm just saying what he said.
Right.
He was like, he didn't have nobody. And you know why? Maybe some family was like, if you don't do right, don't come around here.
Yeah.
So they was just giving him tough love.
Right.
But he could do no wrong in his grandmother's eyes. His grandmother could hear something he did and she wouldn't, he could always go to her. She never pushed him away.
Not my baby.
And that's why he made that grandma song. I forgot what album it was on. He made the grandma song with Faith. And if you heard it, he was getting on some of his family members in the song. He said their names. So X was always real, man.
Yes, he was. I think he said my name in one of his songs too. I can't remember.
You talking about what these bees want from? Yeah. They tried to sue him too.
What? Did he know allegedly know those girls?
Ain't no allegedly. Some of them girls he messed with. But how are you going to go to court and say, I'm one of the Kims? Because he said, like 3 Kims, so you one of them? He didn't say your last name.
Facts.
So how you going to sue?
You're probably getting cease and desist often.
Nah, it was a couple of things he was blamed for, and then later on they seen it wasn't him. Remember before, it was something where a girl got raped and she said it was him, and she saw him in court and she was like, that ain't him.
I don't remember them saying
it got thrown out because it wasn't even him.
Wow, that's crazy. It
was somebody pretending to be X. Because in
the
beginning,
how they could.
Before y'all really saw him in the beginning, it was people out there, people copied people with a bald head and this and that. So if you out of town and you don't really know, like you just heard of them, you don't know.
Right. Dang. So, well, they tried it and did not succeed. But speaking of succeeding, the Rise of Darkman X will succeed because y'all already got it together. It's showing this weekend. and you're going to bring it to the East Coast, but are y'all bringing it to Charlotte, North Carolina? That's the question.
It's a very real possibility. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we was talking about it today.
Yeah, we were.
Because I have artists out in Raleigh. So, you know,
and
we're going to do something.
I lived in Boone for about 2 years.
Oh, wow.
Very, very bizarre, but I was there. Yeah.
Well, I hope to see the work here, just to get firsthand experience, because it is an experience when you get to watch something live like this in front of an audience. So will there be Q&A? Like, what else is going on?
Yeah, so there will be a performance by X's original DJ, DJ Lord Kaysan. Shout out Kaysan. There will obviously be performances of the GOG crew individually as well as Dragon. There will be a section for Q&A, and you'll be able to ask Superior whatever you want about X, which will be at our merch table, where we'll have exclusive mixtapes that we cannot sell anywhere else. This is the only place you'll be able to get that music of unreleased X songs. And so that will be people's chance to ask Superior whatever they'd like about, you know, X, and ideally about really Superior's experience with X, because that to me is the best part of the story. X is a great artist, but watching someone else's perspective of how that artist became great, to me, is very inspiring.
Oh, especially when they had a hand in that development, because
of course,
going all the way back to the group home and how he found them. Not saying that you not here, DJ Superior, but I thought that was just like motivation in itself, that you never know. You should never judge a book by its cover, because you never know what that story may turn out to be. And you are one of those books, you know, where you took a chance on X and groomed him for this success.
I was in a group home myself, so
what?
Wasn't only him. I was in one myself.
Lord, so do you think these kids, the troubled youths who's going through it right now, need to be in the arena, or, you know, the theater where you're having this show?
Yeah, they need to see it, because maybe there's something that could help. You know, a lot of people got low self-esteem, and some people don't have like a support system.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? I was his support system no matter what. When he was getting high, I went into those drug spots and got him out. You know? I let him be himself. I didn't lecture him. I was like, well, dog, you're going to have to leave this alone. But I figured he would do it enough till he was tired of it and just stopped on his own.
Right.
A lot of people got to know out there, and listen to this. A lot of people got to know this. Like, listen to this in my ear. Listen to this. Sometimes when you got people that has addiction, sometimes they want to be heard.
Right.
You might talking them down from doing something to hurt themselves. Just don't push them to the side all the time, because then you're helping them race themselves to the grave.
Right.
You know? So trust me, X never robbed nothing from me. So.
Well, he loved you, and that showed.
He loved and hated me at the same time. We fought all the time. And then I named the company Most Hated Entertainment. People said, why you do that? I said, well, I know all these producers. I know Swiss. I know this one. I know this one. And I'm still here, so I'm the most hated. I must be. So I ran with that name. And now X didn't like it. He kept telling me to say I'm the most loved. I said, I ain't saying that. I'm most hated. And I just stayed with that.
Well, you're still doing your thing. Did y'all catch in one of those film works that you're presenting this weekend, him praying? Do you have any prayers in there?
No, I don't have him praying or nothing. I don't have that. He usually saved those for the shows. He'll do the show cursing and doing all these songs and fuck you and da da da. And oh, please, Father, this is how he be messing his crowd up. His crowd is all rowdy. I mean, that's why his crowds that let out, you never heard no big fights or no, because he had them in there crying.
Right.
Like Jay-Z said, how can I compete with that?
Right.
Compete with that?
I did like hearing those stories.
X to say all that stuff, and then at the end, can I pray with y'all for 1 minute? And everybody's like, what the hell?
Well, it seems like it's going to be very good content, even if you didn't get any prayers, because we knew, that he loved God and his life is inspiration enough. Then it's unfortunate that he left before he hit the plight of his success. Because like you said, he didn't even have passports. So therefore he didn't do all the things that he could have done even till this point. Who knew where he could have gone. I'm glad you preserved. Yeah, I'm glad you preserved.
I'm taking it on tour. I'm supposed to be going overseas too. So we're going to make it like a tour.
Oh, okay.
So he's going
on tour.
So yeah, he's still going on tour. I know he's looking at me, looking down at us, going, "What? Get him too."
Getting that passport and going on tour. That's how you honor him. That's how you give him his flowers. So where can our viewers follow you and stay up to where you're going to be at?
They can follow us at The Rise of Darkman X. You could follow him at The Real DJ Superior _MHE. Follow me at Jonah Levine 1 or at NOFUN LA. NOFUN is promoting these events. The Rise of Darkman X leaks some unreleased stuff here and there, allegedly. So in case people want to see some videos and listen to some music that you really can't get anywhere else, not even on YouTube, definitely worth a shot to take a look.
Oh, I'm taking a look. I'm going to look as soon as we end this interview. I'm going to follow you both from both my pages. So thank you so much for allotting me the time. I know this was like, oh, Lord, she want to talk to us again. It was a great interview, guys. So thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
And also, when we're out in the North Carolina area, make sure you keep in touch, because we would like for the people that we have met to like cover these things that we're going to do or put you down with it doing something.
Man, I'm getting ready to follow y'all.
Yeah, because it ain't just about an interview. I don't like that. I love meeting new people because you never know where something could go.
Facts. Okay.
We didn't meet Joaquin at the time. That was moved on to be the Rough Rider CEO and all that. If we would have ignored him, no telling where we'd have been. So it's good to meet new people.
Facts. Well, that's all right. I'm going to follow y'all, like I said. So watch me.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
X from the grill, hit them up, split them up, wet them up, and watch them come, get them up, shut them up. When you do dirt, you get dirt. Bitch, I make your shit hurt, step back like I did work. This ain't no fucking game, you think I'm playing? Till you land, to where the junkyard decaying. Mom's at home praying, you're coming home, but you not. You sitting up in the trunk, starting to rot. And hell is hot, though, because I'm here now, baby. It's going down.